2023. Maybe now I'll be consistent. Anyways, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Jayy.rene here, and I'm back with another video, and we're back in my kitchen. Today we're just gonna be making a quick, easy, simple, my way, not your way, my way, spare ribs. See me, I'm Caribbean. I like to have clean meat. Pause. So whenever we cook our meats, we like to use lime juice, white vinegar, and some warm water. Usually hot though, hot to warm water. The reason why we chose spare ribs is because spare ribs is in the pork belly, which has a higher fat percentage, which I'm showing you right here. This is the back of the rib. Did all that fat you see, we're gonna cut some of that off, but I'm showing you right now, we about to take the membrane off, which is one of the, for me, it's the toughest part to get off because I suck at doing it, but you can usually get it off in one pull. So right here, I'm gonna show you where the membrane usually aligns at. So all the membrane really is a thin white piece of tissue that aligns on the back of the ribs. You really don't want to eat this because it's chewy and it doesn't match for a good flavor. And when you take it off, it allows your seasonings to stick better to the ribs, which is going to be more tender and it's going to help it fall off the bone. So right here we got our racks of ribs. Before I hear any comments talking about, oh, you put your meat in the sink, fam, this is 4 racks of ribs. What do I have that's big enough to hold 4 racks? Plus, this is the cleanest sink you'll ever see, I promise. Anyways, under some hot water, yeah, it's pretty hot water. Start off by rinsing off the ribs because you want to get all that blood, yuck, and guck off of the ribs, obviously. And you gotta remember what you do to one side, you gotta do to the other. So go ahead and flip over your ribs and rinse off the other side. This is just the first part. That doesn't mean the meat is clean already. Y'all peep the forearms, right? But anyways, I'm squirting on some lime juice, and you're gonna let it sit on there for a little bit. Make sure you rub it in too. Rub it in, fam. Like, get nice and personal with it, you feel me? This is your meat. Pause. The lime juice sets in, you can go ahead and add your distilled vinegar on top. Make sure you do both sides though, because it's 2 sides to a meat. Does that make sense? Probably not, but that's not the point. The point is we want nice, clean, tender meat. So rub it all in, get nice and gritty with it, you feel me? Now, once that's all done, you let it sit for a little bit, and you want to rinse it all off with hot water. This is very important because you don't want the lime and vinegar flavor on your meat. So rinse it all off nice and thorough. Now I'm showing you everything that we put on top of our meat. Remember, this is my way. You can put whatever you want on it. Once you rinse everything off, you want to get it nice and dry. So go ahead and take a napkin and pat dry everything. After that, we're going to use mustard. The mustard is a binder. A binder is what we're going to use to make our seasoning stick to our meat. You're not going to taste the mustard, I promise. Trust me. And Jay, we trust. Listen, don't worry about my massage technique. If you want your food to taste good, you need to make love. You need to add love to your food. So you got to massage the meat. And what you do to one side, you got to do to the other. So go ahead and flip it over and add some mustard to that part too. Garlic powder and onion powder are like yin and yang. They belong together. If they're not together, I don't want it. If you don't season your food, I don't want it. I can eat at your house. But go ahead and add a layer of some garlic powder and some onion powder. You get the logistics of the thing. It's not that difficult. Add as much as you want. Not too much. That's kind of crazy. But you, like I said, you get the logistics of it all. And I'm not going to keep saying this, but what you do to one side, you need to add to the other side. I don't care if it was just a bone. We're going to season to the bone. So add your onion and your garlic powder. Show love to your food, fam. So like I said before, this is my way. You don't have to do this, but like I said, I would recommend it. I use everything bagel seasoning. It's different, it's unique, and it adds that flavor that you just need. Typically, I have the Dano's one. If you haven't followed my TikTok, make sure you go ahead and follow it. I'm gonna leave it right here. But you can use whichever one you have because I ran out of Dano's. Now, this is the holy grail of all the seasonings that I use. This is Weber's Dry Rub. It's a smoky and brown sugar flavor. I'm telling you, it's a must-have. You need to add it. No ifs, ands, or buts. No questions asked. This is what you need because you already know it's straight. I'm not even finna say it, but you get the point. Now with this rub, you could be real generous. I don't think there's too much, but go ahead and cover up both sides of the rib and pat everything down so you can lock it in. Once all your seasonings have met the meat, go ahead and wrap it up tight in some foil and let it sit to the side for at least an hour or however much longer that you want it. And make sure you really pack it in tight because you want everything to be nice and tight. I just said tight like 3 times, so you get the point. Tight. Now what's ribs without the barbecue sauce? You could use whatever barbecue sauce you want, but I prefer Sweet Baby Ray's honey barbecue sauce. Put it in the oven at 300 degrees for 2.5 hours. Now once you get it out of the oven, go ahead and place your Sweet Baby Ray's or whatever barbecue sauce of your choice right on top of it and paint it. It's like you painting a picture or whatever he said. Just go ahead, take a second and relax and enjoy this show. I'm real Picasso with it now. Now once you get done painting your ribs in that sauce, make sure you wrap it back up real tight and place it back under the oven at 350 degrees for another 30 more minutes. And because you came this far, I know you trust me. I'm about to tell you, they fall off the bone every single time. Just watch.
That's ribs.
Being the dummy that I am, I forgot to record the end result, so I'll try to show you in the best way possible. But what you want to do is, after you pull it out for 30 minutes, throw the oven on broil, and you want to get the glaze on top. But check how this falls off the bone. Like butter, I'm telling you. And you already know it's straight pressure.